amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. Why the government of the US is, bent on taking further sanctions against Nigerian government with the likes of Senator Ted Cruz, introducing legislation to tackle Sharia law, and of course blasphemy in Nigeria. I see the kind of diversion or the narrative, whichever word you want to use, that some of the northern political elites is trying to push out there. And I see some of them trying to talk about, this whole thing, we should not allow the US government or the foreign government to divide us and I ask the question, have we always been one Nigeria in this country? Have we always been one Nigeria? Because I see how for a long time we have already been divided along this ethnic religious line, and these are some of the tools that the politicians that we have decided to create on their own to be able to get what they want. And then all of a sudden we are seeing this thing happen. These people, with the kind of diversion they are trying to create, I feel like they are the ones that will end up creating problem for themselves and of course amongst Nigerians. The likes of Bashir Ahmad, I've seen all of a sudden how he's trying to the kind of statement he's making, with to the point that we have so many people now blasting him on social media space. And I've also seen the report being carried out by some of the media outlets regarding the brother to Yusuf Dati, talking about the US government having ulterior motive in all of this, and call on Nigerians that this thing is not supposed to cause division. I keep saying this thing. What is happening is not for the purpose of it to cause any form of division. Nobody is saying that all the Muslims are the people killing the Christians. No. What we are saying is that there is a group of individuals that are known as terrorists that are busy wreaking havoc, killing Christians in communities, and now also killing Muslims. What we want is for there to be a full stop, an end to all of this. I do not know why everybody is panicking, running scatter here and there. If the weapon in question has been so important to you people, why then did you allow this weapon, or how did they allow the weapon to leave the hands of the people they were supposed to be and then fly into the hands of the terrorist group? How come it got to that point? If this weapon they have given to Nigeria, they're important to them so much, since that is the bone of contention in all of this designation of Nigeria as a country of particular interest, that's the key thing. How come the government of Nigeria never deemed it fit to rise up to this whole thing in the first place? All of a sudden, there's no such thing happening for something that they have, clearly stated that is happening from the very beginning. All of a sudden, they happen again. You see, so long as we keep having lies being told by these individuals, I am telling you, they are not ready to fight this thing. When I read, I see some of the tweets, which I'm going to read out to you, and some of the, the reaction from some of the northern political elites, you get to ask the question, have we ever been united in this nation? Ted Cruz has stated some of the things, the next line of action they're going to do, which I'm going to read out to you shortly from the series of tweets, that he has, made using on his social media handle. And of course, some of the Nigerian political northern elites reacting to this, to all this. I'm going to read that out to you. But before I get to do that, let me first of all show this video where this young fellow, this youth, has listed some of the Nigerian politicians that do really need to be punished.
Names of the current politicians that must go to prison after the revolutions. And I will start from the governors. Number 1, Godswill Akpabio. In 2015, Godswill Akpabio, who was the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, was arrested by the EFCC for stealing 108 billion naira from the state treasury. It does not end here. In 2023, the same Godswill Akpabio stole 700 billion. It does not end here. Then in 2024, Godswill Akpabio have graduated and stole 1 trillion. From 108 billion to 700 billion to 1 trillion. The same man, one man. And the same person is still an active politician in Nigeria. Number 2, Ifeanyi Okowa, the former governor of Delta State, the man who stole 1.3 trillion from the state treasury. Not million, not billion, trillion, 1.3 trillion naira from the state treasury. When the EFCC started going after him back to back, he ran and joined APC. That APC, which was formed by the former founder of Boko Haram, the former president. Tinubu was one among the people that formed APC. You can read these things on the newspaper. I'm bringing it out for you here so that you go and read it by yourself. Let me tell you the origin of APC. APC was formed in 2013 by Tinubu and Muhammadu Buhari and other peoples who have a corrupt record, and their intention was to gather everybody that their names is in the list of the EFCC to cover up their atrocities. Remember, the co-founder of APC is also the founder of Boko Haram in Nigeria, the former president. In 2019, that their mission and their agenda was read to the hearing of everybody by the APC national chairman, Adams Oshomole, who said, if you have a corrupt record in Nigeria, come and join APC and be free. That when you join APC, no need for EFCC to go after you. No need for you to pay if there is any money that you have looted. If there have been any case against you by the police or by the army or by the EFCC, all of them will be terminated. This is the statement of Adams Oshomole, the national chairman of the APC. You can go and read it by yourself. So that was why Ifeanyi Okowa joined APC, and many other people like Yaya Bello also joined APC. Number 3, TOG, the former governor of Abia State. TOG and the sons, 551 billion naira that they defrauded the people of Abia State. 551 billion naira. How TOG used to do his own is when he loots the money, he will shift it to the son. The son will divide the money across the 100 banks account that the son have. The son alone have 100 banks account. 100. When he stole the money, he will give it to the son. The son will divide it across all the bank account that he have. 100 of them. When he was living as a governor, he entered as a senator. That his son, which was also in partner in defrauding the people of Abia State, he made his son the speaker of House of Assembly of Abia State. Family meeting. Crime continues. 4. Peter Odele, the former governor of Rivers State. 100 billion, not million, 100 billion. He stole 100 billion from the treasury of Rivers State. Number 5. William Obiano, the former governor of Anambra State. He stole 43 billion. He defrauded the people of Anambra State 43 billion naira. He is still working freely. Nothing happened. Between 2020 to 2023, that is in 3 years, EFCC have secured a convictions of at least 6,981 people. What it means is that they sentenced 6,981 people to prison. But these governors, I have a list of 58 governors with me. 58 governors with corruption charges. But none of them is serving in jail. None of them is.
The list is not even complete. If we are to talk about Nigerian politicians to go to jail, I'm sure there will not be 3 left whose record is clean, that did not take 1 naira from the state's, treasury. If we are to do our investigation, virtually every one of them has looted their state treasury. So the young one no lie. The next thing you will see the antennas of the EFCC and the DSS all spread out looking for the young boy. Where they always go to is APC. It's as if that place, they made up their mind that they are going to be recruiting criminals there, so that they will know how to be perfecting their dubious and evil plan. And that's exactly what we are seeing. You steal, and to feel safe, you move to APC. In the case of Okowa, the EFCC, sometime last week, they were saying, oh, Okowa's case, we are not forgetting it, though, is still under investigation. I just read that report and I just had to laugh. I said, who these people they try fool? Who did they try fool? So you get to find out that it's selective, corruption fights that these individuals are doing in Nigeria. The seat, the headquarters of the corruption, where the criminals are being rewarded. Now then they give political appointments. You can imagine me reading on the pages of paper the cousin to former President Muhammadu Buhari, the one that scammed us with the whole Nigerian Airways. Is it Hidi? Abina Hidi Sirika? Abina Hidi with his name? Being appointed wanting by the Tinubu administration. Now you can imagine that kind of reward. Shame no they catch these individuals. Shame no they catch Nigerian politicians at all. They are just irredeemable, most of them. There is no end to their display of criminality. It's quite unfortunate. And waiting the PBB say, we have individuals who feel like it's all okay. Back to what I was saying, I said there's been series and series, of reaction coming from some of the northern elites. The brother to Yusuf Dati has reacted to it. I see Bashir, Hamad, reacting to it to the point that, okay, these people have been attacked on social media space following, the series of tweets made by Ted Cruz. United States Senator Ted Cruz has unveiled fresh legislative plans aimed at countering the enforcement of blasphemy and Sharia-based laws in the country. This move follows former U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged violation of religious freedom. In a statement shared on his X handle on Friday, Cruz expressed satisfaction with Trump's designation, noting that he had consistently advocated for measures to address what he described as the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. He described the designation as a crucial step towards holding to account Nigerian officials who have, in his view, enabled or tolerated religiously motivated violence. Cruz said, I am deeply gratified to President Trump for making this determination. I have fought for years to counter the slaughter and persecution of Christians in Nigeria, and this year introduced legislation that will look in the designation made today. Today's designation is a critical step in holding accountable and changing the behavior of Nigerian officials who have facilitated and created an environment conducive to the outrage in Nigeria. My legislation implements additional steps, including targeting those who implement blasphemy and Sharia laws in Nigeria, and I am committed to working with the administration and my colleagues to advance my bill and implement these necessary measures. Today's decision by President Trump is a great one, and I thank him for his strong leadership. Now, following the designation of Nigeria as country of particular concern by Donald Trump, and of course, the tweet by Ted Cruz. Now, some northern elites have been reacting to this. We have the likes of Bashir, and of course, the brother to Yusuf Dati reacting, which I am going to read their tweet, and what the media carried out before I take social media reactions. Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, a former aide to President Bola Tinubu and a prominent northern elder, has cautioned Nigerians against internal division following unconfirmed reports that former U.S. President Donald Trump is considering imposing sanctions on Nigeria over alleged persecution of Christians. Baba Ahmed, in a post shared on his verified Facebook page on Saturday, said if the speculation turns out to be true, it will mark a troubling move by the American leader who appears to have been misled by the distorted narrative about religious killings in Nigeria. Baba Ahmed wrote, the truth is that those killing Nigerians do not distinguish between Muslims and Christians. Ethnic and communal conflicts in Nigeria have claimed the lives of both. He accused Trump and his allies of harboring ulterior motives, suggesting that the United States has long been uncomfortable with the rise of strong populous and resource-rich African nations like Nigeria, Sudan, Libya, and South Africa. America and its partners have never felt at ease with African countries that have large populations and resources, he said. They see nations like Nigeria as potential threats because we refuse to submit to foreign control. Baba Ahmed also linked the alleged move to Nigeria's position on international issues, including its criticism of Israel's ongoing military action in Gaza and its demand for a permanent seat for Africa at the United Nations Security Council. Now, you can visit Daily Post for further reading on what Baba Ahmed said, but Bashir has also reacted following Ted Cruz, statement. He said, so a U.S. senator is now proudly declaring they will target those who helped implement Sharia law in Nigeria, as if practicing or supporting Sharia is a crime. You are free to oppose Sharia in your own country, but you have no jurisdiction to dictate the laws of ours. We will defend our sovereignty and our right to determine our own legal and affairs. Now, following this, statement from some of the northern elites, here is a few reactions from Nigerians. Miriam Skid saying Nigeria is long expired in 2014. There is no basis for Nigeria's fake unity because unity by force is slavery. And I will have Nnemeka saying, let it divide us. We are already divided along religion and ethnicity. United States of America did the right thing. If we can't be together in peace as one nation, let's separate and go our way. You were numb throughout the killings of Christians, but suddenly found voice. Toby Akimbo saying foreign interest is not dividing us. You people should stop diverting attention from the Islamic terrorists carrying out the Christian genocide. Urge the government to go after them instead. Is this too difficult to say if you are not enjoying the killings? Timmy Tom responding to Bashir saying you should be ashamed of yourself, saying this about our country that agreed to be secular. Then all of a sudden your region feel Jagabanis and force Sharia on everyone, destroying people's business. You guys broke the accord long time ago. You are just forcing other religion for your reasons. Michael saying yes, it's a crime. You can practice or support Sharia law in a country that has constitutional laws that guide every citizen. Nigeria does not have two laws, but one federal laws and state laws, not religious laws. First officer saying if say you dey tweet like this against bandits and terrorists, if for better. Honestly, I feel like these people are just making the matter worse. On one hand, we have the federal government rejecting the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, which is their cup of tea. And then on the other hand, we have some northern political elites coming to tell us, no, we should not allow this thing to divide us. So the US have ulterior motive in places like South Africa, this one, the other one. Have they designated those countries as, nations of particular concern? The question is no. And they must have seen what's going on in Nigeria prior to even the report before taking this measure. The best thing these people can do is to actually call the government of the day to stop the killing that is going on. End terrorism. It's as simple as ABC. At this point in time, if you feel like, okay, what is going on is not a good thing, which normally not be a good thing, what they should be doing is calling out names of people holding the Tinubu's administration by the balls, including calling out, even if not your brother from the same north with you, or the person from south or even east that are busy sponsoring this thing, call their names. And then you see all this thing end. The US is not targeting Muslims. The US is just looking at certain things that does not allow people to practice their own religion in peace. Go to other nations. People people will be Buddhists, I what they call them. People where they worship one thing. People worship different things. Yet, nobody impose one in one particular place when there's a constitution of the law. Nobody impose one particular thing on this individual. Say, oh, in this particular place, we must be like this. We have a law here. In a country here like Nigeria, you are having another law again. You know, sometimes when I read of things that comes from the north, with the display being carried out by some of these their leaders, I get to ask myself some questions, which I believe a lot of Nigerians do ask. It's as if the North, they are in a different nation from us here in this Nigeria. It be like say another country there, inside the Nigeria where me and you dey. Everybody crying left and right. Instead of them to take that cry to the government that has failed to protect the lives and property of the people. How many Muslims have they also killed in this whole process? They don't even feel remorse at all. Because if they do, by now, everybody go down, they drop name. All those political elites will be dropping names. And not trying to tell us, this one is going to do that one, they should bear the mother fly. We have never ever been one. We have never ever. Because when you go through the social media space and you see some kind of statement by some people, you get to believe that the one Nigerian thing is a scam. So if they want to actually preach the one Nigerian thing, now be the time where they're supposed to take action for people to actually start believing that there's something called one Nigeria. And stop trying to play mind games with people and trying to deceive some people. Because what they're doing is not helping matter. And let me tell you the truth. If they not take time, not just the US, very soon they will hear from Canadian governments. Very soon they will hear from Australian leaders. Very soon they will hear from other leaders too. We no go stay like this. Terrorists go take over the entire nation, going on rampage, killing people, while the government of the day fold their hand and term them bandits and try to look for a way to have a peaceful talk with them. No, no, no. All this cry from these northern elders, some of them, made them cry and go use and hold Tinubu and co by the boss, just so they can do the needful. I've never seen where people romance, have peaceful talk with terrorists. It's not done anywhere in the world, except here in Nigeria. And you want Nigerians to not raise alarm over what's happening. No, it's not possible. We must learn to call a spade a spade. Thank you so much, guys. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm super grateful. I am really, really grateful. God bless you guys immensely. Do enjoy the rest of the day and see you guys in my other videos.